I landed my first software engineering job at 19, and in just 6 months. If you are wondering how I did it, keep watching. I'll be sharing mindset shifts, strategies, and mistakes I have made along the way that helped me get here. I went from working as general laborer to landing my dream job and now working remotely as a software engineer. And let's get serious. Dive into this, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and personal stories about how I went from zero to software engineer working from home in record time.
Okay, let's go.
What they say. Let's start with mindset. If you listen to what everyone says, you end up doing what everyone does. And if you do what everyone else does, guess what? You get what everyone else gets. When I started working as general labor in this powder shop, I would tell people I have a clear vision and I would soon work from home, and they just laughed at me. They said, oh, we are all just here for a little bit and now we've been here for over 20 years. That moment just shook me and I started to doubt myself. I thought it was just a dream, but I never gave up. I realized that if I didn't push harder and make a real effort to break free, I'd end up like them, stuck with the same complaints and the same what ifs. I saw myself potentially telling someone else with big dreams I used to say the same things too. That was the last thing I wanted. So I woke up early every day to study, work my shift, and then got right back to it at night. I just wanted to become something as soon as possible. I started applying to job posts, got rejected maybe 50 times, but every rejection taught me something. Each one filled in a gap in my knowledge. Each no just made me more prepared. And eventually it just happened. No matter what anyone else says, if you believe in your dream and believe you can achieve it, you're already halfway there. And remember this, in 5 years those same people will still be there, doing the same thing, telling you how lucky you are that you made it, but they won't remember the time when you took action, while they found excuses not to. They'll say things like, I could have done that too, but I didn't have the chance. And that's when you realize how different your mindset was from the very beginning. And that's actually a huge lesson. Don't listen to people who are where you don't want to be, period. So just like that, what they say. If you want something different, you have to take a different path. And I'm proof that it's possible. Learn how to learn. Learning is a skill itself. You should learn how to learn. I stopped jumping from one course to the next and started focusing on really understanding the concepts. The key is to focus on problem solving, not just theoretical knowledge. Once you can solve problems, the tech stack is secondary. If you can think like a programmer, the language or framework won't be the issue. For example, I started with Python, but like they say, the first language doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with what you start. The concepts, after all, are basically the same. Programming is all about understanding and not memorizing. Because once you understand it, you know what you need. You know how to find it. You know how to find information about this. You should learn how to learn. You should learn how to research. It's really not about knowing everything. Learn how to learn with understanding and not how to just memorize stuff and forget them tomorrow or the day after. We even maybe get this bad habit in school where we want to memorize some stuff to just pass the exam, but it's really bad practice, and we should learn how to learn with understanding. It's different for everyone. Let's make that clear. It's going to take different time for everyone. For me, for example, it took 6 months of consistent effort. But for you, it could take 2 months. But don't forget that it could take 2 years as well. That's because everyone has their own pace. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own journey, focus on your own growth, and enjoy the process. Stop focusing on stupid shit. Like, for real, stop wasting time and stop worrying about certifications, degrees, and whatever other people say you need. I wasted a lot of time worrying about things like having the perfect GitHub profile, learning every framework out there. In the end of the day, those things don't matter as much as you think. We should really be focusing on building real skills instead of getting caught up in the distractions that don't move the needle forward. Here's the big one. Just start building. Stop overthinking and start writing code. I took tons of courses, and when I sat down in front of my computer, I was frozen. I didn't know where to start a project. The moment things clicked for me was when I started building my own projects. Like, stop consuming content and start creating. In the end of the day, we're humans and we learn by doing, right? My personal suggestion would be to clone a website. Like, the best advice I can give is to clone something. Clone a website, clone an app, clone a tool, whatever, clone something. Try to mimic the designs, the features, the functionality. This way, you would just focus on writing code and doing the implementation. You will have design, you will have business logic. The only thing you should do is sit down and implement the application. Of course, I suggest this because that was the approach I also followed, and by building your own projects, no matter if it's clone or whatever, you will face real world problems and you will need to research and find ways how to solve those problems, and that's when the growth begins. Focus on the basics and teach someone else. Learn the basics, don't skip steps. If you can't explain something to someone else simply enough that they can understand it, you probably haven't understood it yourself. Start by explaining concepts to family, friends, even online. If you can break down a problem and explain it, you really get it. Building confidence and avoid imposter syndrome. One thing I want to emphasize is the importance of confidence. When you're starting out, you can feel like you don't know anything and you're looking at others and think, how can I possibly compete? The truth is, I wasn't special. I just kept grinding, I just kept building projects, I kept learning from my mistakes. That's it. If you want more tips, follow along this journey, hit that subscribe button, and if I can do it, so can you. Peace.